Yo ho ho! What's going on, boys? This is Grim Reaper bringing you an additional session, more of the podcast, One Punch Man. Today we're covering 188 and 189, pushing the narrative a little bit further here. I feel like these two chapters were nice. They kept the tempo up. There was a drawing that I can recall throughout the years of being in this community of a wimpy looking atomic samurai, obviously from the webcomic, and an apple. I don't know the context, but people tried to talk shit to me about it. I don't know what that was really about. But if this is what that was really about, I'm okay. Because it's up against King, bitch. Like, it's up against King, bitch. King. Alright? Stop. And if anything, all this chapter has done is hype up Atomic's potential even further. Did you just tell me that one of the top 4 S-Class, one of the leaders of the Hero Association's assault on the Monster Association, has decided that he's going to suit up and get stronger because King is that thing with a sword too? Stop, bro. I don't hear Flashy out there talking about he about to get stronger. I don't hear Flashy going out there talking about he about to go training. Come on, bro. Listen. Atomic is that thing. He walked up on King and had him scared, man. What y'all think?
I think there have been plenty characters that have the claim to walk up on King and make them scared. I don't know if that's what she. I hear what you're saying though with the potential. I think one thing that was interesting is the fact that with 189 with the whole cutting the apple and it doesn't realize it's being cut, that's an ability that Atomic doesn't have, so that shows room for him to grow.
What? Yes, he does have that.
What? The not you don't know that you've been cut?
Yeah.
I thought he said that was something that Nichiren had.
No.
He didn't.
No, he said that he also. Let me pull it up again to make sure, because that's what he was talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Nichiren can do it, and Atomic can do it, but he thinks King can do it to a level where not only does the apple not know it's cut, but the sword doesn't know.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the level he thinks. He's like, I need to get to that level.
The sword doesn't know that it's been.
Well, like, it's literally afterwards. He's like, it's an attack that has surpassed the atomic slash. I would shut up if I was against that too. It's like, yeah.
Oh my god,
Bro.
My bad. So he doesn't have the technique to where the sword doesn't know that it's been unsheathed yet.
Hey, stop, bro.
He got to get that next.
This chapter is a masterclass of just pure King. It's like, this is I'm okay with like once a year if we just get a King chapter. They're just so good.
Oh shit, bro! Like that. That was stupid, bro.
We got a power scale like for the people who watch Mob as well. How much bullshit when people make up for these characters?
Well, King is just Reagan without the confidence. That's all it is, really. Like,
yeah.
That's the difference between them.
Yeah, he unwillingly does it. He just is that face though. Because if I seen that face, I would think that he would. Mm-hmm. He was about it.
Is Mob just like focused One Punch Man, where he took like a lot of the good elements of One Punch and put them into a different architect? Is it kind of like that, or like no, not really? Different story.
It's you can compare things just because they are like parodies of shonen, so there's a lot of similar character types in there, and you can look at it and be like, oh, this is Saitama, this is Genos, this is King, like equivalents, but they're different enough where they're their own unique characters. Like Reagan, I said Reagan and King are similar, but they're different enough. They're not the same character. They have similar traits. Same with Mob and Saitama, same with Genos and I forget his name, Teru. Yeah. There's like similar, you could compare them because there's stereotypes there, but they make them unique enough because he's just good at writing these kind of characters.
Yeah. I think the main thing with Saitama's goal and Mob's goal is completely different because Mob simply just wants to live a regular life where Saitama wants that thrill of a great fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Don, how'd you feel about these chapters?
Yeah, I think, like Matt was saying, it's a masterclass for King. The whole way I was just thinking, all right, how is King gonna get out of this situation? What's gonna happen? Is it gonna be something to do with those chopsticks? Is it gonna be something to do with his face or the engine? And then the way it happened, as soon as he was presented with the sword and is like, cut this apple, I was like, yeah, I think I can guess how this is gonna go. And it went exactly like I thought. So I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Absolute masterclass, and yeah, just hilarious all the way through.
You know what wasn't hilarious? How in 188 they introduce these two new characters into the setup, and you don't even really know what's going on, bro. Because if I recall, wasn't Nichiren dead the last time we saw him?
This is what I thought as well. Like, I thought Nichiren died, but it got cleared up for me. Apparently, like, Fubuki saved him. That's what someone told me. But I was like, I knew Zambai and Amahara died. I had no idea Nichiren lived. It really caught me off guard when I
Hey, the
read it
nigga
the
looked
first time.
dead. He looked dead. Like, how do you survive that, bro? What?
Oh, Grimm, how do you survive this? The fact that Nichiren's got a new limb when Iron doesn't.
Bro, that's what I put, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But like that has to be proof. Ian is strong with one arm, bro. That's got to be why he's like, another arm. Stop, bro. You even got a Atomic was even commenting on it, bro. Like, that's the fucked up part. Like, didn't you? Like, he was there when he lost his arm. He was like, hey, yo, stop bleeding, bitch. What you doing? And then he cheating gets prosthetics and he does it. Like, bro, what the I don't know, bro. And he's a master swordsman too. Like, like, why have you not gotten another arm? Why not?
But what's your problem with the new swordsman? Do you have something wrong with him, or?
That's right, bro. You did distract me from that. Listen,
Oh no. I know
how
where this is going
how
as
you
well.
gonna look like that, bro? How you gonna look like, bro? The dude looks like that thing, bro. Let me go ahead and pull up with this, bro. The dude looks like that thing, bro. Like, when we're talking about superior designs, I'm like, they both make their parents look inferior, man, insufficient. We're like damn near Zambai is trash looking compared to like what some of these guys are actually looking like. Like, hold on, let me make sure that I'm on the right thing so I can. My fault.
So Zambai and Yuta, yeah.
Like, the designs are just like so, like, come on, bro. Like, top class designs. And then they end up being trash just through dialogue? How does that work? Like,
Well, it's not. That's not that they're trash. It's that they're young, mate. Like, it's like they kind of had to take this role. We don't know how good they are, but like, if you're comparing them to Nichiren, you can't expect these two kids to be all of a sudden like apple cutting, mountain cutting level.
but I mean, what I'm saying is that, like, the like, let me see if I'm reading it right, because the dialogue leading up to the panel was kind of alluding to, like, these people being masters, bro. This is what it says. Let's investigate further and find a conclusive evidence before we tell Master. Since he's very busy with the reborn Council of Sword Masters right now. Then we get a picture of 4 niggas praying to a statue. Like, doesn't that, like, make you allude or think that these 2 other people, new people that are standing with Atomic and Ichirin, may be masters? And then we get badass designs for them. Like, bro, like, do you see them things on her, bro? Like, do you, Matt, do you see them?
Yeah, the swords are sick.
Nah.
Of blades? No, he's just got blades.
No, bro, that's not what I'm talking about.
Big
bro.
blades.
Yeah, bro. Like, do you?
I'm sorry, I can't see any blade on. I can see Zambai's a little. It's like a traditional sword.
Yeah,
But yeah.
bro. Like, he got the glove on too, bro, with the watch, bro, with the set, bro. Oh, he reminds me of like what's it call it, Cyclops, with the sword, bro.
What I'll say is, you can show how quickly like the fan base reacted to Yuta, because she showed up this chapter, and then next chapter is on the front cover, like immediately. Like,
I
people.
think
Sorry,
I think Murata was like corny posting about her. I forgot what the tweet was, but he had some tweet where he just had a a small panel of her, and somebody translated. And he was horny, man. that was. I don't even think that was a fan reaction. Him reacting to the fan base. I think that was all him. He was gassed off of what he created. He was like, "Oh shit, I've done it again."
Like, this man is on it, bro, and I fuck with it. But I'm just saying, like, it's disappointing because all the new guys that look like they had potential have had shitty designs. And this is like kind of reminding me of My Hero. That's why I dropped My Hero, because it's just cheeks, bro. All the powers are cheeks, bro. We got the guy that was talking junk, Axel or whatever, on skates. Like that automatically disqualifies you. Like, bro,
No,
what,
wait,
bro?
wait. Anything from it,
Bro,
I will not hear that.
what,
Go on
bro?
rollerblades and an axe.
Like,
Like bad.
Lightning Genji only gets a pass because he's literally lightning. But you out here with skates, bro? No, I don't want to hear
Give
it.
him a chat. He's done nothing apart from talking. You know what I mean? Like, I hate him.
Cheeks.
Wait, who are you talking
No,
about?
no. Remember, okay, I'm talking about the 4 newest characters that have had potential to be like potentially S class.
Oh, you're talking about okay.
Neo
Okay.
Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, so we got the 2 Neo heroes, which is the first is Axel with the skates, and then secondly is the sumo guy. Come on, what are you up, some pig god archetype? I don't care. Pig god showed that his fights are gonna be cheeks in the Monster Association fight. Like I wanted more. We only got a few panels of it. I wanted. As a matter of fact, no, I'll take this back. Pig God sequence versus Fear Ugly and Gums, and then Tank Top came in. That was badass. And then you had a Bang and Genos come in too. That exchange, that was badass. If we're talking about like that, I fuck with it. But that's not what we got for the majority of Pig God's fight. So if Sumo isn't doing that, out there throwing big power around with big speed, I don't want to hear it. I'm not excited for it. Your design is cheeks. We're talking about the design here. The second design is cheeks. What's the now we got these two. Oh, Sword Cyclops, bro, come on. And you're like amazed that these people can do this? Stop, bro. Stop.
Yeah, it's like,
no.
it's like they're
bro.
still learning and
You
trying
don't
to
see
grow.
Flashy
Like,
out there
it's
gawking over Atomic. You don't see that. You don't see that. Even Sperm wasn't gawking over it. Sperm was talking shit to Atomic when he walked. That's what I need. I need strong ass niggas that walk up to Atomic talking shit, and then he surprises him like, "Oh, well, I see why you're number 3. Oh, I see why you're that thing. Oh, I see why Giro sent Sperm after you." Like that's what I want, bro. I don't want niggas that are just slobbering over Atomic. Come on, bro. Who wants that? Who wants that? I don't slobber over Atomic. I provide adequate. I provide adequate facts.
You want to
Who you lying for? Who works in this? Who you lying for?
Your whole language became invalid because of that one sentence. So, how are we doing, Keisha? Are you okay?
What's good, Keisha?
I've got an F-bomb for that one. Fuck that notion. You know the truth.
I'll be
Fibber.
dropping the F is for facts.
Fibber.
That's what it is. The facts that I drop about Atomic. But nobody, come on, bro. You got these 2 guys out here, or this. Oh my god. Hey, the other thing we got the advantage over. This is our weak girl. Flashy's weak girl is some fat, no titties having, mascara wearing ninja that sucks. Like I bet she's stronger than her. Yeah, that's the new rivalry, bitch. Yeah, that's the new rivalry. That's the new rivalry, bitch ass. That's the new rivalry. What's this girl's name? What's her name?
Utah.
And then what's the other girl's name? Shadow Ring?
Yes.
Yeah. Utah over Shadow Ring already. Confirmed. Flashy.
We'll take it.
You definitely have a samurai over ninja vengeance.
Hey, I like Naruto.
Or bias, meant to say.
I like Naruto.
Do you like Naruto over Vagabond?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I don't even like my dog over Vagabond. What you mean, bro?
God.
like my girlfriend, like fuck that. If niggas is like, you can binge read Vagabond with the author Takahito Inoue, or have a threesome with
let me just say,
2 super.
that was the cleanest pronunciation of anything Japanese Grimm has ever said in his entire life.
He got that.
Utah.
He was practicing that shit in the mirror.
Utah is 2 syllables. Utah is 2 syllables. He didn't even get that spot on. He got Takahito Inoue, bro.
Oh shit, bro. Listen, bro. I'm just saying. Make better designs, man. Make like if you're gonna have these good ass designs, like, and
Did
you know
you
what?
just-
This is my fault. This is go ahead.
Did you just tell Murat to make better
That's what I'm
designs?
saying. Like that's my fault. Like I should know about this. Is a trope. Like Darkness Blade. Like
I was gonna say Darkness Blade, we love him, but the whole point is he looks cool and does nothing.
fuck, bro. I just,
It's fine. How does everyone else feel about these two? Because for me, it's like we've seen them for 10 pages and they're still young swordsmen who are growing. Like in a Shiryu kind of way, where like they're good, but they've got potential for extra. Like it's just Nichirin is an old master. That's all it is. Like they just don't know how to do that yet.
I don't really have an opinion on these two other than Yuta, and those opinions I will keep to myself. But as for like Shido,
no. Hey, drop.
No, keep going. Talk about Cheeto first.
Let's hear a journal entry, bro. Like what you did when you read that chapter.
no. I looked at the page and I clicked next. So I was finished looking.
Yeah. After he put the lotion down.
Maybe.
Oh,
Getting hotter.
he used no
Getting
lotion, huh? Okay, bare hands. Okay.
Getting hotter. But yeah, I just kind of feel neutral about these characters. We didn't see anything, or we didn't see much from their parents, so it kind of makes me go like, what are you going to give? What are you guys going to give us if we didn't see anything from your parents who are presumably stronger? So as far as what they'll do in the series, I don't know, but they have interesting designs at least. So if they get a fight down the line, hopefully they put in work and they have unique styles to bring with their swordsmanship. Because that's the thing about having swordsmen. You can't just do the fast cut all the time, because it's not going to be interesting. So I guess one thing that I am interested in is how their take on swordsmanship, like what's going to make them unique comparison to Nichiren, in comparison to Atomic Samurai. As a matter of fact, I didn't even take a good look at Shido's blade.
Well, if they are like the disciples of their shoes, I had a quick look at like their fighting styles. Like Zanbai is very much, I guess, similar to Atomic, like in terms of just like quick cuts. We only saw like a couple panels, but Amahara was a lot more movement based. Like as if like he was like fully moving around the battle, like as in like back flips, front flips, somersaults, all like proper moving like that. So I imagine that's how they'll both fight. But if I had a question for you guys, it's with these two, how do you think they're going to be involved in the current arc? Do you think, because Nichiren at the end showed interest in like about heroism. So do you think these guys are going to join like the heroes or the neo heroes at all? Or do you think they're going to be like the previous council, the sword masters, where they're off to the one side for a while and they'll eventually come into the story?
Actually, now that you mention that, it was almost like a philosophy or like a rule amongst them that they were like, or a stigma against actually participating in hero work or doing that hero stuff. I think that there is a change in that momentum or in that feel for the sword masters, especially because they actually came to Atomic's call to assist during the invasion arc. So I could definitely see that now that Nichiren is like professed like an actual change in perception, and he's the leader of the sword council, as I just pointed out. So like, yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a change there. As for like him requiring them to do hero work, I'm not sure about that. I'd be interested to see in what capacity we are going to see more of these guys, because like even with Nichiren himself, like it's more of like a background type thing. We don't really get that many updates for them. They got recently introduced, so like I don't know in what capacity they would be involved, but it looks like we're going to get a clash of like lower level fighters here soon. I'm thinking maybe some lower class S class may be involved here, but that's what it seems like this is going to be amounting to. That like that's why we're getting introduced to so many of these people. I don't think that like the last chapter where we got, what was that one hero that got beat up in the corner by like regular bandits over a girl.
Oh,
Oh, that
Oh,
guy. I don't remember his
wasn't that?
name.
Was it Darkness Blade?
Oh no, Air.
No,
No, not Air.
Air. No, not Air.
No,
Not
no,
Air.
Air's the guy with the boomerang. He's like the guy who he does like a lot of aerial attacks. I can't remember his name. Give me a second, I'll find it.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, regarding his name though, regarding him, I'm saying that maybe a chapter like that is still more of a side chapter where it's not necessarily pointing out the characters that may be relevant in the future, but for us to get introduced to these new characters, I think that that's what it's alluding to, that there's going to be a clash of these less relevant, lower ranked heroes that we may want to remember some of who these people are. That's why we're getting them introduced. We did get a big splurge of like the support assault or support team on the surface that was comprised of A, B, and C class heroes that were prominent. So I wouldn't be surprised if this next arc involves them and everyone else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was Feather, just quickly.
Feather. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna change my stance on being neutral with them. I think I will change my stance to I'm optimistic about them because I'm looking at the panel where they're reacting to Atomic talking about the whole technique of cutting an apple without it realize being cut. I just like their reactions to it. They're like, "What the fuck what is he talking about?" It's cool though. And you just like fangirling. I like that they're enthusiastic, being brung into the fray as like these like fresh blood that's enthusiastic to learn. That's kind of cool. I can't have everybody be stoic.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a type that does get old quick.
Kishin Sundown.
I could see them maybe not so much taking a side per se, like, oh, they aren't going to join the Hero Association. They aren't going to join the Neo Heroes. I think they might step up their actions now that they're forming the new council and trying to get, some traditions maintained, but I think they're going to take a more active role in just general defense against monsters because they're starting to see the threat is bigger than the organizations might be able to handle going forward. So using their skill might definitely be needed. Plus, Yuta is second waifu for me.
I'm buying into the hype.
Who was first waifu?
Mizuki-chan.
Please don't say it like that again.
I say it every fucking time, Matt, and you know I do.
Just call like Captain Mizuki or something, please.
Captain Mizuki-chan.
Oh no, okay. Just don't say a name again, please. Just think it, and then that was fine.
Oh man, yeah. So
you got what you wanted
with these two characters. Yeah, I think I'm like Satsuki. I think I'm a little bit more optimistic about them. In terms of whether they'll become heroes, I think in this chapter Yuta has a panel where she basically vows to kill and clap all the monsters she can. So maybe that will be like a motivating factor for her. If she's hunting down monsters, then the easiest way to hunt down monsters is to become a hero. And, you'll get paid for your work. You'll get recognition for your work. So it just makes things easier for her, especially if she's seeing it as extra training as well. What was his name? Shiro? He didn't seem so kind of concerned or saddened by the fact that he wasn't vengeful like Yuta was. So I'm not too sure about what his thing is going to be. He doesn't really seem to be too interested in kind of hero work per se. I think he seems to strike me as more of someone who wants to continue kind of the heritage from his father. So is he going to be kind of stepping into the shoes of being a bodyguard for Nichiren? Well, God knows. But I feel like that's kind of what I see from him. But he'll also need further training. And I think I'm still not sure whether they're actually taking that position of being the next two people on the Council of Swordsmen, this kind of reborn council. It looks like that's what they are, but they seem to be. It seems to be a kind of a clear distinction between older, more experienced masters and younger, more green masters, and they're going to be kind of taught by Nichiren and Atomic.
Yeah, I wasn't even considering them masters, but yeah, I guess it would be fair to say that. So
quick note. You were talking about like how their personalities are severely different. Think about their the swords that they use. Shido here uses like a more traditional Japanese weapon. Samurai are known for living life by the sword. So that explains his whole notions. It's in his DNA. Her swords are completely different than what we normally see amongst even most of the swordsmen of the previous council generation. So, other than probably her father, but it's what? A scimitar, I guess? Not exactly a stoic, calm-minded fighting style, so yeah, their fighting styles influence their personalities more than you might think.
So, in this chapter 188, one of the big things to take away is that Nichiren mentions to Atomic that, excuse me, sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I have to make sure. Can somebody talk for 1 second? I want to make sure the audio's good.
Talking for 1 second.
Gotcha.
Holding for 1 second.
Sorry, I just got paranoid there. But Nichiren mentions that now that Bing has retired, well, Atomic too, since Atomic's main motivation for joining the Hero Association was apparently to compete up against Bang. In the panel we have on the screen, we point out, or we see that he replies by saying, "But now, I get to experience things that I can't get anywhere else." And it's a picture of whenever Tank Top through the tower, the building at Sairochi, while Genos and Drive Knight were fighting him, and then they popped out, and Atomic was leading the way. He's referring to that moment.
He's talking about experiencing two naked men, and I was very shocked about this.
Hey, who's your favorite character, Sundown?
Good one.
Who's my favorite character? Not Atomic.
Boom! Shots fired.
You got it.
You know it's Phoenix, man.
You got it, bro. You got it. Anyway, fucking Sundown. What do you guys think that, like, if you were to put what he's saying into so many words, what's your feel for Atomic and his motivation to still stay in the Hero Association? Or is he looking for more adventure, or is there a different word or phrase or feeling that you're thinking?
Whoa.
Unpredictability, I think, comes to mind. Because think about it, if he's only ever really fought swordsmen and other martial artists his whole life, a monster who could have weird powers, a weird biology, he could go up against anything, and that truly shows what he's capable of and tests his skills to their limit. But that's just what I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of these heroes are going to find that they don't really need the Hero Association for what they're striving to do, because it's a job, so they get paid handsomely for it. But someone like Atomic Samurai doesn't really need the money. He would, in my opinion, take the experience of fighting strong monsters, which he could do as a solo act, or if he's with his disciples, whatever it may be. Doesn't necessarily need the Hero Association for this. So I feel like the entirety of the swordsmen aren't going to be enticed by this new Neo group at all. Not to say that they won't be involved in that plot, but I don't think they're going to take a side as to, yeah, I'm a rep the Hero Association, or I'm a rep the Neo Heroes. They just seem motivated by.
Isn't that what's happening though? That we're getting these different flashes of different people's perspectives and opinions about this like split.
Diverging.
Yeah, like isn't that like what that's probably the feeling that I'm getting, that like the Nero and the Hero Association are gonna fade and everybody's picking sides. Is that not what we're seeing?
Not with the Swordsman for me. I feel like what it would be if they did anything, but they would probably lead the Hero Association. But I don't think that necessarily puts them on a side of a faction when it comes to those two.
If a Neo hero attacks a hero,
Mm-hmm.
do the heroes protect the hero?
Who is the hero in this case?
Any hero. I'm saying if the
Any hero?
if a Neo
If
hero,
someone initiates the attack, the others would defend, even on just the basis of like their allies. But even the Hero Association might be like, make sure that this hero doesn't like get injured at all, because they're like a big asset to us. Like whoever attacks, someone will end up starting this fight between them, but the other hero's going to help each other out. I think there's not really many heroes that are very like, there are selfish heroes, but ones that don't openly portray themselves as selfish. So if some fight does break out between them, then yes. As far as we know the Hero Association would help each other out, because we haven't seen any character like that's shady like that in Dragon Knight.
but we've
but
also
apart
seen
from that,
many instances of heroes not showing up for many of the monster incidents. Like we don't
That's
often
fair.
see S-class team-ups in like almost any scenario. We really don't see that, aside from maybe
Mm-hmm.
Genos, and that's showing up for Atomic, or excuse me, showing up for Saitama, and that's not S rank. So like, I guess
Think about it, most of these guys have to take the bus to get to these places. That's why they usually probably send heroes that are already in, say, like, oh, there's an attack in H city. Well, contact like the local heroes in that area.
for a fact. But how many times has Saitama showed up to an area just going off the news?
I
Or
can
seeing...
fucking jump to the goddamn
No, I'm
moon.
not saying like his
That man
capacity.
travels.
I'm not saying his ability to get there. I'm pointing out that like I can agree that the dispatch is a reason as to why certain heroes may or may not be showing up to certain incidents. Maybe that's why you only get one S-class or one prominent hero per big scenario where we don't see team-ups that often. Sure. But we also see these incidents on the news, and Saitama is the one that's responding to a lot of these incidents from casual news sources, not the Hero Association's beckon and call. So that's why I'm pointing out that what if other heroes also have this opportunity or also have the same resources as Saitama and choose not to go? Maybe there could be an instance where a hero gets attacked by a Neo hero, and because maybe the story reveals that the camaraderie amongst the heroes isn't as tight as we wanted to believe, people start getting jumped. Maybe 2 or 3 good Neo heroes or S-class Neo heroes jump one S-class, and nobody's there to help them. Or they get a call for help and nobody shows up. Maybe like Matt's pointing out, Drive Knight's like, is that Watchdog? I already know about your powers. I'm not trying to get a specimen off you or some shit like that. And he lets him die. Like, what if it's Genos and Drive Knight doesn't want any more of his parts? Like, what if Metal Knight's tired of fucking Pig God and it's like, I'm not gonna go help? Like, what? That's what I'm pointing out. Like, I think it's fair to say that we are choosing sides, and there aren't any heroes, including the Swordsmen, that are on the fence. Like, everybody has to choose a side because, as you're pointing out, if somebody gets jumped, who's gonna help?
But in that case, it's a little different for the disciples since they are heroes. But in that case, if they like, this is what I mean. If the scenario that you brought up, like a Neo hero is attacking one of the OG heroes or whatnot, and they go to defend whoever. That's not them taking side because of the faction. That's them taking side because of the circumstances in front of them. Because if it was vice versa, I believe that they would protect whoever is getting harmed or who's weaker or whatever it may be. It just, to me, it doesn't seem like the swordsmen. They're not a monolith, so they don't all think the same. It just, to me, it doesn't seem like their ideals are completely in line with the Hero Association's MO, which is kind of just to look good and kill monsters on the way and get paid. Because they're not really motivated by the money. Sure, they want to kill monsters, used to especially, but that's something that, like you said with Saitama, that's something that they could do anyways. They don't need the Hero Association to tell them we need you to kill this monster. It could help, I guess, but it's not a necessity.
I think also just to think about is there is obviously a chance that people won't show up for these kind of incidences, but there might be people who are more motivated to do it because of the Hero Association's like reputation. Like in My Mask, for example, we know like he's had a history of not showing up to things. Like he didn't show up to Deep Sea King because he was doing like a movie interview at the time. Even though like people needed help. But if he's like the Hero Association reputation starting to go down because the near heroes are either showing us up or jumping us, then he might be in action more and he might respond to calls for help more because like, I'm not letting my reputation go down like this. So it's a mix of things because like I feel like there could be a side of heroes where because heroes are ultimately selfish. Like a lot of them are because they're like work because not many of them are working just to be a hero and help out. A lot of them have like ultimate goals. So they also understand that if the Hero Association's reputation goes down, their reputation goes down as well. So if someone's like they might be more ready to fight against the neo heroes in instances than they are ready to fight against monsters because it makes them look better.
And that's just another individual logical viewpoint. Like that's not even under the unified or like an anthem type message coming from the Hero Association because they haven't declared war. They haven't even made this public that there's a Hero Association. These are just whispers that are going around, apparently. So it's almost ripe. The Hero Association is almost like caught with their pants down. If the Neo Association decides to assault them or strike them, let's say it's some fucking deep sea type scenario where like or some top Thematic type scenario where the Neo Association is able to make an incident look like whenever they attack the heroes, look like the heroes were on some bullshit because it can be done. Like now you not only have public support, but what if you do have people jumping a hero? Like the other heroes don't know that this is a war. We don't know that. Like let me ask y'all this so we can keep it pushing. Is there a threat if you forget about Blast and Tatsumaki? Is there a potential threat to you from the Neo Hero so far? Like, do you think this is a real threat or it's just bullshit?
They're a real threat. They're a real threat because they don't need to necessarily destroy them power for power to make the Hero Association crumble or to cause a huge blow to their reputation. All they had to literally, if they did, I don't think this is going to happen completely, but if they just did good hero work, that's going to hurt them because it's going to make them look bad in a lot of instances. Honestly,
they do good work.
like dead ass. If they were just a hero association that were actual heroes, that's going to hurt them because they're hero association. We already know they're not down for the cause completely. Given that they have the whole base is there to protect the money holders, so just them being for the people is kind of damaging to their reputation, and they're already poaching people off from them. We don't know how significant that will be in the long run, but it will be significant because other people are going to see that and they're going to be like, "Oh, how much you making with the Neo Association? Shit, they got me for 7 figures. I'm making 5. I've been killing monsters since I was." And once that type of stuff goes on, it'll just be a snowball effect.
Mm-hmm. I mean, something we know as well is like S-class heroes are leaving. Like I know, like there's a lot of top, like Saitama's staying, Tatsumaki's staying, like Blast. There's probably not be involved, but we know that there's like S-classes that are interested in leaving. Like even just them leave is going to hurt the reputation of the Hero Association.
And now thinking about it, that makes this whole thing makes Bang retiring even more significant than I previously thought. Because that's now a huge void that's left in the Hero Association, and it's probably just going to pile on.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as we don't have, this is why I keep like the blow of not getting another strong S class here, being presented within like these last 4 new characters. It is like leaving that as a gap because we don't know when Garou is going to be coming in. Like Bang said that he's going to work with Garou and try to get him to replace him or whatever. But like that, we don't know about that timeline, and we shouldn't anticipate it being anytime soon. And the only person that I think is a great candidate that was already basically shoehorned is Suiryu. I think he's S class. I think he's already expressed a desire to join the Hero Association and do hero work. So like, yeah, that's the only other guy. Is that what we're waiting for? Is that what we're supposed to be like anticipating? Like the arrival of Suiryu into the Hero Association to add or to bolster their ranks, or like.
I'm trying to think if anyone else would. I mean, like, there's people who, like, stepping up. There could be someone who stepped up the ranks. Like, I don't think he will yet, but Glasses is on his way up. Like, we know he's working up. But, like, one thing that I think is interesting now we're talking about, like, how people leaving is going to damage the Hero Association is, like, they may panic and hire people who they shouldn't. Like, you've got to remember, like, one of the things about the Hero Association is you've got to get past the exam. Like, you felt it would be at least a certain level. And something that happened at the beginning of this arc was Amai talking to like the pop group who wanted to be used heroes and be a pop group at the same time. Amai kind of shut them down, but if people like that get in, they're starting to fail at being heroes because like the Hero Association is just having them for the numbers. So they're like, oh no, we're still getting heroes, we're still strong, and then they're still failing. That's just going to make their reputation even worse. And like in some ways, it might show like it's like one thing is. A theme of this arc is weeding out, like, I guess weeding out the weak. Like, that's what we're really focused on, like, because Tank Top and his army, like, a load of them left, but he's only got, like, a few good Tank Toppers, Fubuki group as well. So that might be, like, another theme of it, is, like, more people coming in, and because of that, like, a bigger flux of people leaving in return. But ultimately, like, the Hero Association is just made stronger because only the real good heroes are left.
We're gonna see, bro, because man, this could really turn into something special. We got Rover and Sperm still jumping around here as well too, and it looks like Genos is gonna be moving into the Hero Association headquarters next to Saitama, so they'll be together again. I like his design from like the neck up, but I don't like that show shirtless. Like that didn't look good. That panel where they were walking together up front, and you see just like Gino shirtless next to Saitama. That didn't look that badass.
Hater.
All right, it's fine.
No,
It's just
the Daedric Genos, the one that we got before last arc, that was way, way better.
that was like wartime Genos though. He doesn't need it now.
Like, would we like out of war or something? Like, that was one
Yeah,
day.
we're out of war.
That was one day.
Yeah, it was 1 day war.
War
That's what we call it, the
genius.
1 day war. That's what goes down in history as.
The 1 day war.
Yeah, it's class. Good war. Only lasted 1 day. They did a good job.
Damn.
Actually, I think that might have happened in history at some point.
No, there's definitely
can't-
been,
I believe that.
for sure. I'm just saying, like, goddamn, bro, quick, like, get those spikes back, bro. We was out there thinking that was EC armor, bro. Like, bring it back. Overall thoughts on 188, guys?
If Genos gets that apartment, he's going to take out the adjoining wall between him and Saitama and give them a big ass apartment.
Good. Overall, good. Yeah, we met the new Swords Masters. We got a bit more. We never really touched it, but on like Ian's opinion on Amai Mask a bit too. Like there's no history on Amai like at all. Like they tried digging up. So Amai's got secrets he's hiding. But they also do touch on like what we briefly saw in the original drawing where Amai tore through everyone, and they're like, "Hey, if we didn't show up, that might have happened." which is interesting that Ian's actually trying to be like, there's a chance like we can try and help this guy with what's going on. And then of course like the build up, which we'll talk about in a sec, of Atomic meeting King. I wonder what will happen there. It may be very good.
Yeah, 188 was direct setup for 189, and some things to come. Maybe maybe some interaction with Ian and on my mask, because those two seem to always be linked somehow, some way, somehow. But I'm glad that they actually took the time to think about what happened there, and it wasn't just something that was ignored. Because yeah, old boy was tripping. So I wonder if it's going to be a thing that's more apparent with a my mask, like other people noticing who he really is, and he has to drop that facade because they're talking about how he's struggling to maintain this humanity. So
I mean, it's gonna end up to a fight. Like it'll be some detective type shit. That's what it's got to be, in my opinion. Like I just don't know how focused it'll be for Ian and the boys. Like how much time we're gonna get with him doing that, but I don't know. To me, it's a problem that my mask has gotten so much attention and so much hype, not only from like the community but from the story itself. But we just don't know that much about him. We have to get an arc breaking him open. Like even when he had a chance to get broken open last arc, it just created even more mystery. Like when is this gonna get revealed?
don't know.
And then to close it off, we had the boys in the diner.
If you put King in a diner, great things happen. That's just like a fact of One Punch Man.
It's a badass diner too, bro. This scene reminds me of something. I forget. I feel like it's like Pulp Fiction or something. One of those badass movies. Like that's you're right, bro. Just King in a diner, like what was the last one he beat an entire group of assassins, bro? Like
Yeah.
bodied they ass, bro. Like that's probably the greatest chapter of One Punch Man right there.
It's a great one, yeah.
So King and Atomic. I mean, you guys go. How did you guys feel about 189?
It's just King goodness. Like I wish I could say more. It's just like great King. Like it's King just messing with Atomic in so many good ways is why I love that. Like King is like, we talk about like a lot of like talking about jutsu people. King's up there with the things he was talking about this chapter. Where like my favorite bit of it is just when he points to EI and he's like, he knows what I'm talking about. It's like, what? It's just everything King did was incredibly King, and that's why it works so well. Very funny stuff.
So I have this theory, and I feel like it's been proven right every single time. Anytime the cover is of a beautiful girl that has nothing to do with the chapter is usually great. It hasn't missed so far. I seen
Okay.
Yuta on there. I said, okay. I looked through the chat. I said, okay, Yuta's not here. That's fine though, I guess. Great chapter. It happens every single time. But yeah, man. It was just King doing him. I wish I looked like that when I looked scared. Maybe because no, I think the funniest part for me was when the panel of him saying, "Help me." Why does he look so intense?
I forgot. I love he's full of openings. Wait, no, he has no openings. It's just.
No, this is great, man. King really got he might be the MC, man. He might be the MC.
In another manga, he really could be, without a doubt.
100%. It's just like once you've faced off against even natural water, platinum sperm, a bunch of black sperm, like homeless emperor, like it's like what else can they really throw at you, bruh? I was actually surprised that he chose that like BS like excuse. I thought something else was gonna be the reason why Atomic didn't like call him out or something like that. But and then the thing that got me the most was just the sheath part about the sword. I was like, bro, you gotta be like, did you just say the sword doesn't even know it was unsheathed, bruh? Like,
Just wait. Did King face the most cadres in the Monster Association?
bro, yeah. So yes, he fought.
Because he fought those guys, and he fought technically Elder Centipede as well.
Yep, he did.
Yeah,
fight EC, right?
okay.
When did he fight EC?
Well, no, when they were all fighting, when Genos was fighting him, and then King showed up.
That's right. Yeah. He
Yeah.
did fight EC. Yeah. King died to fight EC. Yup. He fought Black Sperm, right? Yeah. There. Yep. Platinum.
But gold as well.
Gold. Yeah. Gold was there too.
We'll count them as separate ones. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah. No. He was there. Everything was
Gold, black, platinum.
there. Water.
Yeah.
Homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Gums of Fear. No.
No.
Yeah. He didn't fight them too. Rover. No.
He fought against most. We'll say he fought against all the cadres. It's fine. We'll just round them up. Round up. It's fine.
The most dragons though. Shit.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, like,
taking-
look, he took Goketsu on one-on-one. You know.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That's fucking D stuff. Fucking whoo, bro. Like, man, he's. But yeah, bro. I was surprised. That was like maybe top 3. Didn't even realize the sword is unsheathed is top 3, bro. It's gotta be top 3, bro. It's gotta be, like, that's fucking ridiculous, bro. What was the other one? What was the other one for Flashy? No, did Flashy have one? I don't think Flashy's had one. Tatsumaki hasn't had one. Homeless was pretty fucking good. Homeless psyched himself out, but I don't remember like a specific quote that he said. Like, what was it? I know the pointing thing. Like, that's still fucking hilarious. That he looks down. It's like, bro, that was fucking hilarious, bro. What else?
Just off the top of your head, guys, I want your favorite One Punch Man quote.
Oh.
You already know mine, or you should know mine.
Stop bleeding.
I think I didn't mess with the tank top for this.
Yeah. where do you think you're going? You ain't even wearing a tank top.
I like that. I'm also a big fan of as long as you're wearing a tank top around your heart, you don't need to wear a tank top. Like, that's a great one too. Tank top's got loads of them.
You're not even wearing a tank top. Relax.
you tripping, dog. Like, I see you. I see that you eager, but nah, bro. Come on now. Be safe. Come on, bro.
Oh shit, bro. Yo, shit. There's gotta be more, bro. There's gotta be more. Damn, but Phoenix had some shit. Whenever he did that ascension form. What the fuck was it? He was like my heavenly coronation or some shit like that. It was pretty badass.
He was talking some shit in that fight.
Who else? Black Sperm was talking hella shit. Oh yeah, Black Sperm and Atomic, bro. Yeah. In the beginning, there, the nigga was talking hella shit. There. Yeah, he was going back and forth. He was like, "Whoa, you fast, huh?" It was. I forgot what it was. He was talking some crazy shit. Who
We
else?
had Black Sperm with the "Are you looking down on me?"
Yeah.
That's iconic. Yeah.
Who else?
So here's a quick one, just while we're talking about King. Is there any dream King fight you'd like to see? Like any or King showdown you're like, I would love to see King have a showdown with this person just to see how it would turn out.
King and Metal Knight.
Yes.
I was thinking of Meta Knight too, look.
Because I think it would be funny just to see how Metal Knight would try to rationalize his strength. Because out of other, not no disrespect to Atomic and anybody, but Metal Knight is supposed to be like this scientist type of dude. So I want to see how he pictures this, because he doesn't have the whole thing of Atomic Samurai being a samurai, cold as samurai, and he doesn't have like these type of excuses. I want to see logically how he thinks King is that strong.
Bro, it's been done, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like, this is supposed to be an extreme, bro.
On that note, I would love Drive Knight just because I imagine he'd have like a King mode that he'd save specifically for him. He's like, I use the King engine as well, and it's just a perfect like trying to analyze his every move to understand how King works. I actually love it if he actually copies King and then he gets to a fight and he's weaker because he's like, how did I lose? I copied King.
Oh shit.
What if he actually replicates King's abilities in the form of, like you mentioned, I've got the King engine too, but he's like replicated them to the point where they actually start failing, but he thinks it's his own like doing. It's like, damn, I didn't build it good enough. He's still wrecking this shit.
That's how it's gonna be.
It's because there's nothing there to begin with.
Oh shit, bro. No, that was dirty, bro. And Atomic kept pushing that shit too, bro.
The apple.
Oh shit.
There's that one shot which was really good for no reason. It's just King walking away from the sword and the apple.
Oh yeah.
It's like such a small panel, but it just looks really good. I'm like, why?
God, bro. I was like, why are you drawing this, bro? Like, this is There's a few of those too. There's a few of those in both of the chapters, bro. Like the first panel of the 188 with the tempo and everything. That was pretty badass looking too. But
there's a lot of great art in these anyway. But like, just not just because it's King, but Atomic gets a lot of great shots as well. Like even just like Atomic when he starts to stare down against King, and he's just looking like monstrous. It's just good, yeah.
How do you guys feel about Fuck, I forgot the question. I never had the question. That's the real answer.
Here's a quick question then. With what went on with King, like when he gave his big speech of like, oh, because of this factor and this, was any of that at all real, or was he just making up words?
No, I think he was clutching at straws. He was just like, yeah, I gotta say something to get these guys off my case. And he was just like, oh yeah, if we fight, people gonna die. And Atomic is like, but how? And he's like, trust me, man. And he just stops walking away. Yeah, I think he was really just like desperate trying to get away at that point.
No, he made up a word because he was naming all elements. He said carbon dioxide, methane, blah 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 blah. And one of that, he said one of the most trace elements in Watson. That's not a thing. That's nothing. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh shit, man. Oh,
I want to know how was that translated in. How did they do that in Japanese? I want to see how that was written in Japanese now.
And Garou Watson.
Was that the Sunblade, by the way?
No.
That was his regular one.
We haven't seen the Sunblade since.
Yeah, wasn't? Didn't he like? No. Did he do with it?
He still has it.
We don't know. We just haven't seen the Sunblade since.
Huh.
I haven't. Maybe he's got it somewhere safe, or Nichirin's got it still. I don't know.
I mean, he had more than one sword on his side, right? Or no?
Yeah, but this is like I think he just got a new sword made. That's all it is. Because he's got two swords, but they're both the sword, like the atomic style, like that particle hilt on there. Yeah, no idea with the Sunblade, because the Sunblade's got that special wrapping on there too.
Oh, yes, right.
Keep it sheathed. So yeah, mate, if King brought out the Sunblade.
That's what I thought it was at first when he said I couldn't even or didn't even unsheath it or whatever. That's what I thought it was. That like, oh, that's a Sunblade and he wasn't able to unsheath it. Like, yeah, that's proof. That was Atomic's test. That like, hey, hey King, I got this new blade. It's hard to unsheath. You're that thing. Like, unsheath it for me, man. And he couldn't do it. And I thought that the joke was that Atomic got like fucking tricked. He's like, yo, he unsheathed it so fast, the blade don't even know it was unsheathed. Like, but then now you're pointing out that it isn't the sun blade. Okay.
What does that mean, dog? It doesn't know he's cut. What the fuck?
I think
They're saying that, but like think about how wild that is. You're not cut because you don't realize it. What? So it's like reality warping.
Well, it's like what Atomic did against Armored Rhino, like where he cut him, and then a Rhino didn't realize he was cut until later, until like 10 seconds later. That's all it was. Except, like, he's at the next level because he didn't even unsheathe the sword. Like, he sliced the gap between the cells.
They need to do like a
atomically.
They need to do like a half chapter where they show like Atomic when Nichiren slicing like a regular citizen when they're born, and then it shows them going through their entire lifespan. You know, going to college, getting a job, having
get married, have kids. Yeah.
And then on their deathbed, they just split in two. It's like they didn't even realize they were cut.
I love it, man.
A question at the end, Atomic talks about like there's some like among the high-ranking heroes close to all this, someone who works to overcome their unworthlessness by shedding blood and tears. We've got to make sure he doesn't laugh at us. I'm lost there. Who was he on about? I thought he might be about Bang or someone else, but not a clue.
King.
Definitely King, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
See, I
just had no idea.
I didn't get the feeling it was King, though. Because it would be weird of him, like... It sounds weird in context that he's referring to King already in the third person when he's, like, 30 meters in front of them, just walking away.
Looking at it, it can't be King because he's talking about somebody overcoming their worthlessness, and how we know that about King. It's the first time
it's because of that's why he said earlier, or in a few panels above that, he looks up in the sky and he's like, he quotes King. He says, "Amateur with swords," because King said he's an amateur with swords, and this is yeah, that's what I'm saying. That like that's what he's pointing out.
But then the blood, sweat, and tears thing. If he's referencing that specifically, then the blood, sweat, and tears thing doesn't really make sense to me because he's saying that King worked to get that strong with the sword.
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah, how you get that strong? Practice.
I don't know.
I guess it could be because now Atomic says like he's kind of got a goal with King considers himself an amateur and he's at that level, and Atomic's kind of like revalidating himself as a swordsman too, and he's like, I'm working from the basics. So it might just be that. Or is he talking about himself in the third person?
No, bro. He's talking about the new goal being to strive to be a competitor to King instead of being
cool, that's fine. Yeah, no, just curious.
For sure.
Well,
I guess no answer.
I guess it would work with King just because of the last panel we get with Saitama and King playing video games, because they're thinking that it's the kind of the theme that's going on with One Punch Man, the things that Saitama should be credited for, King instead gets that credit. So the person that they should look towards is Saitama, but is actually King.
That makes sense, yeah.
See, but then that last kind of funny picture that we have right at the end of the chapter, I feel like that's kind of, it's playing on the fact that we don't know who Atomic is talking about, because they're literally asking Atomic who you're referring to, and he's like, yeah, not that guy.
I thought that when I first read it too, Sundown, but the way Satsuki said it just then, I think it is. I think him and Grimm are right. I think it is King that they're talking about. It might be someone else, but it seems a bit too vague to leave just on their own. I feel like we get some notion of who it is. There's no reason to hide it because we know who all the S-Class heroes are.
Yeah, it just seems strange in general.
It might just be the wording of how he said it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because thinking about it, okay, let's say if it's not King, what other hero could it possibly be? Because if he was talking about Darkshine, I might drop the manga. if he looks like the Darkshine, I'm not I'm not vibing with his comic no more.
Y'all are just disassociating King because he said blood, sweat, and tears. But King, that's how King got this strong, bro. What you think? He ain't work hard, he ain't sweat, he ain't bleed.
Well, he definitely cried. There was some crying. There was actually what I'm saying. There was definitely blood and tears. Grim, you are right. He definitely was bleeding, and he definitely did cry. You're absolutely right.
Don't forget the puddle of piss. There was always a puddle of piss.
Always sweat too. Nervous sweat.
Y'all know what I mean, bro. He's
Understandable. You know what? I'm gonna say it, King. Respect. I get it.
But if your opinions about the heroes like changed as of late, like I know a few heroes have gotten into conversations with King. We've seen this whole situation with like Tatsumaki. Like all in all, these like past few chapters or past groupings of chapters have been about discrediting and revealing the Hero Association. What's the overall feel and goal of that from the author's perspective? Like, what are we supposed to be? Two things. What are we supposed to be seeing, or like what opinion is the author molding for us? That's the first thing. So state that, and then what do you think the result of that's going to be? Like, what are we expecting to see here? Are we expecting the Hero Association to come out on top or to improve, to come out better because of this confrontation with the Neo Association? Is it going to dissolve completely? Like, what's going on here with those two?
Well, a big theme this arc is truth being revealed. Like, God, like more people are finding out just facts about things. Like, more people have found out about God and know about that. There's like the dark secrets that the Hero Association have. More people know about that. Saitama's true strength. More people know about that. There's like a big thing. The big theme this arc is kind of like everything being revealed. Whatever the result is, I imagine by the end of this arc, a lot will be known publicly. Whether that is God, Saitama, the Hero Association, I feel like by the end of this, things have either got to come to a conclusion where either maybe like the Hero Association either dissolves, or maybe there might even be like a merge between the Neo Heroes and the Hero Association, where instead of it being two separate, like I guess like a Neo Hero Association, where it becomes like what they should have been. You good, Grimm?
Isn't that what the Neo is?
Yes, but what I mean is like they're Neo Heroes, they're the Hero Association. Let me have my thing. I'm trying to be classic.
Okay, all right.
Cool. But what I mean is like there might be two elements that the Hero Association can bring, the Neo Heroes can bring together. But one thing I think we'll have by the end of this is like a common knowledge of like Saitama. Like I think whether it's a positive or negative, like I feel like a lot of people are going to know how strong he really is. So your first question, what the author is. What was your other question, Grimm?
So the first one was, what message or what viewpoint do you think the author is trying to get us to be looking from, and what do you think the result of that viewpoint is going to be?
I guess kind of answered that then. But like I guess like the viewpoint he's trying to show. What's the viewpoint he's trying to show? I think if anything, he's just trying to. I don't mean
a message. I don't mean a message. Yeah. I mean like he's trying to position us to. He's trying to drive the narrative in a certain position so that we're looking at in a certain direction, and he can hit us with this big surprise. So what's the big surprise, and what direction are we supposed to be looking at? Like, is he showing us all these different heroes and their continued strives, like in Darkshine's case, or like their new potentials in Atomic's case for a reason, so that we know where the Hero Association stands in this upcoming battle, and we know like who's going to fail and who's going to be successful, who's going to be the cause for the fall of the Hero Association, who's going to be the reason why they win? Or is this like a complete like that's what I'm asking. Like, what do you think we're supposed to be feeling, or what's the feel of the current storyline right now for you in a sum up of words?
Well, I agree with Matt what he was saying with like the truth being revealed. I think a lot of this is pointed towards a big culling that goes around with the Hero Association, and just reform that is going to be born when this is all said and done. And who's to say the Hero Association is still going to be standing by then? But it probably is, just because one thing that we look forward to as a reader with One Punch Man is to see Saitama acknowledged by the Hero Association. could be acknowledged by the people, and it still could bring about the same thing. But I think it would hit different if we saw for the first time Saitama rank rank S. So I think they were survived for one of that, or for that reason alone. But the feeling I get is just that we're learning more about some of the lesser heroes, and the heroes in general as as individuals. What drives them? Where would they fall in line with if the heroes asked them to do something regarding the Neo Hero Association? Because, like I said, with Atomic Samurai, his whole thing right now is just to get stronger. Whether or not the Hero Association is needed for that, that remains to be seen. We'll see how he feels about that, but we're getting a sense of who everybody is to see where they may fall if there comes a war or something with these two factions. It'll be interesting to see what King does exactly.
Stay out of it.
Oh, he'll try and stay out of it. I imagine there's going to be like oh my God, wouldn't it be great if we could just scalp one of the best, supposedly strongest heroes from the Hero Association?
You just say, bro, don't ever use that word again. We're going to get us demonetized, bro. What the What? The S word?
You said supposedly.
All right.
Mistaken that the hat.
Nah. That's tripping, bro. Nah, that would be badass though. So now, what do you think about the feel right now? How do you feel? Like, do you think the association's gonna get clapped right now? Like, do you think the heroes are on the rise? They got that stock going up. Like, where you been?
Yeah, so one of the main things I think with the Neo Heroes will be public perception. And I feel like the current Hero Association is going to go through a big period of having kind of maybe things leaked, maybe they just aren't as good to the general public as the Neo Heroes are, whether it's to do with kind of rebuilding, let's say, any kind of public space which has been destroyed or anything like that. So I have a feeling, I'm hoping that's going to be kind of a theme going forward, which is kind of the public perception and how that plays into the Neo Heroes rising as an organization, which then might directly affect some of the S class and even the higher level heroes in the A class and B class, which is if public perception of the Hero Association is kind of going lower and lower, their sponsors, their direct kind of payment, that starts to get hit as well. Because I think a lot of the heroes, what was it? There were three or four things that affected how kind of popular they were, and one of them was public perception. So it'd be cool to really see how that plays into things if they go down that line.
So I'm gonna need to see some real shit next chapter because I'm mad as fuck. I enjoyed these 2 chapters, but I feel like we're just playing around. We're dancing around. I feel like I'm getting teased. Like, oh, a little bit of God, a little bit of God. Saitama versus Genos. Saitama versus Genos. Like,
That's the thing that really got you mad. It wasn't this chapter. That's what got you mad.
Fuck, bro. We were even talking about Watchdog the other day, or the other chapter, bro, and I'm like, I saw this edit like a few days after the release of 188. I hadn't read it before, or I hadn't read it yet, so I was like, oh shit, is that a spoiler? Like, is that what Watchdog turned into? He turns into a cat with a dog or something like that. Like, I saw an edit of Neon's smile, but with the Watchdog's body. It looked badass and it fit. It fit so good, but I was like, is that real, bit? Like, but then I actually read the chapters and it wasn't the case. So, and then the atomic stuff. Like, we don't even get him like doing that thing. He's just cutting apples, bro. all we got was just 2 chapters. People cutting apples, bro. Like, sure, she didn't cut some mountain too, but come on, stop cutting apples. Stop cutting apples, bro. This ain't Fruit Ninja, bro. Stop. Like, like, come on, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, bro. That cut apple, that's a nice ass cutout, bro. I already took it out, put it on the thumbnail. Perfect. Good ass thumbnail. Nice cutout. Good drawing. Munata's been drawing these past week, bro.
He's been drawing for a while,
Bro,
mate.
he's
Yeah.
been fucking, bro. He's been drawing, bro. Like, there's some subtle ass. Let me see if I can find some subtle ass panels. Could you guys help me? Let's do that before we end out here. Let's, like we used to. Find like one nice ass panel, like the past 4 chapters. That was just good. We already talked about that one where King's walking away from the blade, and the apple and the blade are in the in the foreground, and he's in the background. I already displayed that, but find another one so I can put it on the screen too, bro. Cause, bro, he been drawing, bro.
What if I said the cover page for 189?
Okay, let me do Oh
True.
my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. He's been drawing. Look, hold on, viewers. He's been drawing. Look at that. Oh.
Hands where I can see them.
Hey, bro. they on the keyboard. I got to click. What else, bro? Hold on, let me see. Come on, bro. Help me scour these fast four.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm looking.
Yeah, let's do 4, 5 chapters. Yeah, let me see.
Oh, past like 5 chapters? Okay.
Yeah, past 5 chapters. Let me see here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think current score in 186 where we have Nichirin showing his
I mean, the 186 page what?
sorry, it's this chapter, I think, the one that you're on. I was going by a
Oh, you
different
can
website.
see it right now as I'm scrolling?
Yeah. So go back to
Oh.
that chapter you were on before.
Hold on. This is my panel I want to claim for. Look at this right here. Pixelized though, but it's
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
that fucking thing. Alright, why can't I see my mouse? 1 second. Bro. OBS has me fucked up, bro. I can't even see my mouse though.
While you're on that, the last 2 pages of that chapter, please. Love those.
Of this chapter? 186?
Last 2 pages. Beautiful.
Right, let me see if I can. Bro, what is going on here, bro? Nigga. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
These 2?
Yeah.
Wait. These
No,
2?
go upon from Genos. Go
That
upon
one.
from Genos.
Oh my god.
They're so good.
Oh my
No,
God.
trust me. With all the build-up that they had like 20 pages of build-up just for that. That's why it's brilliant. Yeah, I'm serious. Light works great on them.
Yo, you know how many panels this chapter alone has, bro? To the claim
Of Genos having potential character development, like trying to understand that he can grow different ways for Saitama to go, nah, I'm not doing it. And just going, okay, I won't do it either.
That's one right there.
So good. I love that so much.
Here's
It's
another
such a
one.
One Punch Man thing.
There's another one right there, a badassery. Hold on.
Yeah, see it there? Saitama with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
Love that one too. I'm not joking. Yeah, these are
This
great.
one. Shit, you could even say that one. But that one, right? Yo, right there, bro. Woo! Bro. Like, oh! Or this one? Broski. Like, just in 186, bro. Does anybody have another chapter, bro? You put
187.
Hold on.
Page 40.
Page 40, 187. So, now, is this the chapter you were talking about?
No, it was the chapter we were on with the second to last chapter that's come out.
Okay, so 188. Okay. What about page 40? Suzuki, what the heck?
What's
Oh,
that?
this one. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, still in that purse, huh? Hey, give me that purse, bitch.
Shouts,
You gotta get a card. That's crazy.
Just shout out to the guy who was like, I'm gonna get a Formula One car to steal the purse.
Bro, he
Good
just
stuff.
wanted to draw that, bro. I'm telling you, he likes drawing these shits, bro.
He likes cars. He likes vehicles. He draws them quite a bit. He's good at them.
I was gonna say, bro, this panel here in 139, bro, this is a nice badass view, bro. You could put anybody in here, this would look badass. These are one of those panels that you like edited in for real, bro. Like, put some Nero heroes in there and put a quote in here, but like, oh shit, we're gonna get clapped. Remove Saitama and Genos and put Flashy in the Neo hero, and then this guy's like, oh shit, we're gonna get clapped. Oh, that's an edit right there, bro. Just that panel right there, running to that monster, bro. Oh no. I wonder what kind of monster was that, bro. Was that a
Above Dragon.
for sure. For sure, bro. They would probably bring down Orochi. There's 2 dragons on his head, actually. You see that? There's 2 dragons on his head. 3.
Well, it's 3, mate.
There's
So
3. Oh,
one for Boros, one for
shit.
Garou, one for Orochi. There we go.
Oh, shit, bro. That was triple above dragon, bro. They clapped the fuck out of that. God.
They call him really Above Dragon.
Oh shit, bro. All right, let's go to one. I think Sundown was talking about 188. You talking about am I, bro? You gay? Who you talking about, bro?
Nah. Carry on going down. Actually, is it down or is it up? I think it might be up.
That's what she
Go
said.
up, go. Hey, that's kind of
This one here?
that one.
Oh, but that dealing that thing, no. Bro, dealing that thing. Not this one.
You want the key one? So yeah, just this one here.
Oh,
I like that. I like the design of it.
He loves him so much.
And then just below is basically him looking like Fujitora.
yeah.
What I love about that, it's like if Grimm was looking like this great car that's Sundown-owned, and then the car pulls away and Sundown's car's behind it, and it's just like a little cheap car. That's what it was for Grimm there.
Hey, bro, dead ass, bro. That shit cheeks, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. I don't care about this key shit, bro. Look at that. Yeah.
Don't talk about Kishin like that.
He cheating, bro. Yeah, Nishini was looking like that thing, bro. He always does. It's just that he's like short. Like that's the whole his like stance is like, ugh. I wish he wasn't like crouched like that. If he had a different like posture for an old man, he'd be super badass, bro. Ugh.
You know what Nichirin is reminding me of now? Have any of you guys seen the game? There was a Metal Gear game called Metal Gear Revengeance. And there's a character in there called Raiden. And
Okay.
that's basically
Do you think-
Nichirin right now.
Do you think Nichiru's just going to go full Raiden by the end of this?
Yeah, bro. He's just gonna get the long hair. He's gonna get some eyes back somehow.
He's going to have his fight with Tank Top and he's going to be Armstrong.
Oh God.
No, yeah, it's we've had like some pretty good art in the past few chapters. But I think that's pretty much it, boys.
Yeah.
Tension's building.
Yeah?
What's some like casual chapters, but we know what's going on here. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what's coming next. There's a clash here. I'm looking to see who actually does 2 sides, and what's the catalyst that sparks the conflict. Any final thoughts, ladies?
Ladies. Well,
Non-females, excuse me, non-males.
Can you revise? I don't think we have any women on this podcast.
I'm referring to you.
No, we don't.
All right, so y'all want to play like that? I guess y'all got anything else to say, huh?
I mean, I did have one thing I wanted to ask because Yuta talks about wanting to exterminate the remnants of the Monster Association, but my question is, who are the remnants of the Monster Association?
Phoenix, Rover, and Sperm. Classically. And you know what I was thinking about the other day too, bro? Sperm was supposed to be like a remake or a parody of Majin Buu, right? Or Kid Buu or whatever. So what's the case for Phoenix Man and Rover? Like I think in Dragon Ball Buu stays around, right? Like you get the fat Buu and he's around during the aftermaths of Dragon Ball Z of his arc. So I can see why that's going on. And I actually love that these 3 characters are still around right now because they were some of my favorite. So there's clear potential for them to fight again. Is that who she's talking about?
Well, yeah, that's why I posed the question, because if she's talking about exterminating them, um, I mean, she
There's
could.
there's Monaco as well, who's somewhere. We don't know where she's
that-
gone since.
that's true. That's true.
And then if Flashy's looking for Monaco, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill you," and then Flashy's like, "No, you're not," and then we'll see what happens.
Oh. It was just an interesting choice of words, because that wasn't referencing monsters in general. So she had a very specific target in mind. So I wonder if uh their worlds will collide, where she sees black sperm or something and she tries to kill him.
Mhm.
She would
That's
have
a-
to.
that's a-
Like, she would have to ask every monster she fights if they're part of the monster association.
Yeah, because
Well,
it's not like
she'd
they
kill
wear a
him anyway.
badge. It's not like they go, yeah, we're Monster Association.
I think
know.
it'd just be if she
Hat.
heard him talking about it. So, like, really, it wouldn't be Rover because Rover would just be a dog. Like, it'd be Black Sperm and Monaco. There's the two lightning ones as well that run away. Electric catfish or electric jellyfish, and then mycoplasma. They run away, so they're still out there somewhere too. I think.
Do you think she
that's-
could have beef with Fubuki because of Psychos?
Potentially? Yeah, we'll see.
They took her. They have her, right? Tatsumaki and Fubuki have Psychos.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. So it's really Psychos, Phoenix, Rover, Sperm. A pretty good unit of the Monster Association is still in existence, or is going to be converted, because he's too cooperative for me. Rover's in a small form too, but Spermer's way too cooperative. I know he's just scheming or whatever, and he's just trying to get out of there. But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, in order to survive, he has to do something that benefits the heroes, and he does it, or he has to fight for the heroes, and he does it. I can see it.
Well, Matt has watched. I don't know if you guys watch Mon Psycho, but
I know where you go.
yeah, we already have kind of the blueprint of black sperm in a different form with Mob Psycho. So I wonder if they're going in that
The
direction.
ghost.
Yeah, Dimple.
Yeah.
Very similar characters.
They
At least
could.
their paths
Sorry,
are
you
very
go.
similar. That's it.
Yeah, like I hope they go a little different because of I don't want it just to be the same story. Dimple's great, but I don't necessarily want just the same story again. I understand they could do it, but if they do it a different way, because we don't even really know Black Sperm's past is the thing. Like my main question when Black Sperm showed up is if he had like how many 6 billion cells? Why did he wait for the Monster Association? Why didn't he just rampage on his own? It's like questions like that I want to know the answer to for Black Sperm. But yeah, they could definitely go down a Dimple route with it. I hope it's a little different, but that makes the most sense for Black Sperm's character.
We'll see.
Like the video, boys.